What's going on, guys? Today we are taking a look at Power Rangers Super Megaforce Red Ranger Action Hero. I picked this guy up at my local Target. Now, when I was at Target, the only figures that were there were the Red Ranger, a very mutilated box of the Blue Ranger, pink and yellow. The villain figures were not there at all. One thing I did notice is that the Red Ranger is significantly larger than the male molds for the Super Megaforce are significantly larger than the female molds. I was actually surprised at that. I mean, there's a good quarter of an inch difference in height between the two molds. So anyway, let's go ahead and open up the Red Ranger and take a look. The overall look of the Red Ranger is quite nice. It is a very nice looking figure and has plenty of paint apps, especially on the torso. However, it is a very strange dichotomy we have going here because the plastic that is used for the hands and the bottom of the feet from the shins down is completely different than what the rest of the figure is made out of. The torso is made out of a dense, heavy, very strong plastic, while the limbs themselves are not. The limbs are practically hollow, and the gauntlets, or I should say I guess these are gauntlets, to the hands and the shin covers to the boots are all very soft plastic. It's very strange. In fact, I think the gun and the sword are molded with the same plastic that the outer limbs are molded after. Now, that is very just odd. Also, this number on the back of the figure is some kind of tattoo stamp for, I don't know, quality control maybe? But overall, the figure looks really good. Other than the plastic issues, there are some actual significant problems, but we'll get into that in a little bit. Something that I am pleasantly surprised at is the quality of the molding on these weapons. They just look really good. The gun and the sword are both molded very, very nicely, which is surprising. I kind of expected Bandai of America to cheap out on the molding, but they did a fantastic job here. The quality of the plastic, however, is, well, it's crap. I'll be honest. It's super, super floppy, but it is better than some things we've gotten with Hasbro. Posing this guy, if you bring his legs together, notice something about his feet. They're angled. Badly. I mean, really badly. He is meant to stand with his legs spread. I understand why they would go for this, but just even the slightest bit of ankle joint would be nice. Posability-wise, head rotates, though limited by the collar. Shoulder, a pair of double swivels. Hinge at the elbow. Gauntlets, spin. No torso articulation. There is some forward and backwards movement in the legs. Thankfully, the plastic here at the skirt, or the hip skirt, does give just a little bit. Knees bend almost 90 degrees. Rotation is at the shin, which is very strange. And again, posing this guy is a royal pain. You can get some half-decent poses, but you have to keep his legs spread, or you kind of have to just play with him and hope for the best. Again, figure looks great, but there are some major issues here, posability being one of them. One other thing that leaves me scratching my head is the way they have the torso sloped. And what I mean is, look at where his shoulder is in regards to where the figure's pelvis would be. Here is his shoulder, here is his pelvis. Notice that the shoulders are pointing back along this figure. That makes the figure incredibly difficult to stand upright when you don't bend the knees. If you bend the knees a little bit and kind of fold him back, or have him bend back, he can stand. It's just very strange. I guess they did this to make him look more macho, and, well, looking at as many SH Figuarts poses as we have over the years, I guess the Japanese crotch thrust is in full effect here, or I guess abdomen thrust is what we would call it. It's very unnatural and just looks damn painful. But I'm not a toy designer, so take that for what it's worth. Overall, the Red Ranger action hero figure isn't that bad. I'm pointing out all of the problems with it because, well, I'm a collector and a toy critic, and that's my job. But you know what? For kids, they are going to love this thing. It's a great figure for kids, and like I said, they're just going to love this. I just wanted to get one from this set, just to see how it is. If I was gushing over it and I thought it was a fantastic figure, then I would go get the others, but this one's just okay. Again, for kids, this is going to be great. It looks like he does in the show, and it's all muscled out and at a price point parents can love. But for me as a collector, I think I'll spring for the SH Figuarts Gokaiger. That is if I want to actually collect these figures. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video review. I'm Spade of the Baltmatrix, and I'll catch you next time.